No way. Okay. By the way, have you ever like thought why we are playing the end in this deck? I don't know. You tell me. We play Cease and Desist literally to beat the Zultai Reanimator because they have uncounterable stuff. Whenever this attacks, you may remove a lore counter from sagas. And you put counters. That's an interesting one. I don't think I've seen this one used, to be absolutely honest. But this is also a great removal target, so we'll go for it. And we need to get into 4th mana so we can start maranging ourselves at the end step. We probably will use Cease and Desist. I mean, this is okay. Like, they don't have sagas, so... Oh, sorry. So I don't think it, like, matters too much. What matters a lot is hitting land on this... We have to hit a land. We have to hit a land. Okay, we hit a land. That was close. Man, that was close. Alright, I think that we are in a really nice spot. And this is the type of game you want to play as a control. You know, and this is fine. As long as they don't get permanent advantage on board, you can ignore it. Like, it's just 2 life and increasing the quality of a draw. And both of those things do not matter because they don't kill you. So sure. 2 damage. Probably not the scariest attack of my life. Let's go for Marang. We need to play it early so we can start hitting more Marangs. This is... Well, this actually kinda hits. I don't think we need a sweeper. I think we are so good here that we'll just chill with Cease and Desist, get rid of this, draw a card. Okay, the tap is correct, man, that was actually close. And we chill. This cannot kill us, so this can stay forever. We just need to focus on the next place. Fenrir. Kinda annoying, but manageable. I don't know if they have lands that are more annoying than the station. So they can put the counter. That's an interesting one, but they're wasting chapter 2, I believe. Man, that's a cool idea. I really like it. I think we take the damage, man. No, we don't have anything to do on this turn. If I had different play, I would do it, but here we will stock up and chill. So I guess it doesn't matter. They will get station, then they will get... Oh, right, they removed the counter, so... I think they will get another one on chapter 1. Oh, that's cool. That's actually really cool. We will see it. Which means we need to play this. Let's go Demolition Field. For now, it shouldn't matter too much. And let's see what we can get. Sphinx, Marang. Easy choice. Yeah, they are getting the man. That's a super cool strategy. I need to go with like this one because that's my face. Seeing this interaction, very cool, man. This should be type of aggro decks that we see. Like, this is so fun. All right, so swing face. So they actually will get more value, but we are a control deck, so we can kinda beat all the value. And I think we'll start pressuring them soon with the Sphinx. Like, this will be such a problem because they cannot retarget it. First, they need to make a threat that we respect enough to counter, and then they can target Sphinx, and then we counter. Oh my god, that's a big play. Please don't, bro. Please don't. Please, like, let's chill. Let's try again on the next turn with something else. And we'll go with Sphinx because that puts a ton of pressure on our opponent. Oh, they're not attacking? They are. Good. Good. Let's go Sphinx. We of course won't block. We don't care about this Fenrir. They need to play something on the next turn. And we still want more mana. Let's go. 5 damage. So far we are winning on board, you know? So I will take it. Alright, this is a Marang turn, if I've ever seen one. Yes, they can kill Sphinx, but, you know, it's just a pressure card. They need instant removal for it, and I frankly do not super care about it. It's good to provide pressure, but it also shouldn't slow you down, because our game plan can win differently. Outsmart the Amateur, like, this card is insane. Man, moment they sit, I wouldn't be surprised if they scoop, because this gives us so much value. Swing, and with Reefs, This is extra scary because when we get them to like 8, at every point they need to respect double reef into kill. So they cannot really tap out, for example. And that really gives you a lot of good stuff. Sure? What will be the creature, my friend? Because I don't see any creatures in the board. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. Let's pay life just to assert some dominance. And you can literally play like this. This is why you have single Sphinx, but you can tutor it with mystical teachings. So, you know, at this point, our opponent needs to make the first play, or they will die. And keep this game plan in mind, because you can force really bad situations for your opponent. Yeah, the creature that doesn't exist now is back. You know, jokes aside, our opponent has a very cool deck. I really like it. Pure respect. And yeah, as you can see, this is hexproof. Oh, alright, alright. If that's how you want to do it, we can do it like this. I think it disables the abilities, right? Loses all abilities. Yep, and it is a 2/2 only if that was a creature. No way. Okay. By the way, have you ever like thought why we are playing the end in this deck? I don't know. You tell me. I literally switched to the end after I realized that we have no Planeswalker remover for Kaito. This is literally why I included this card. A pretty kind of standard build, to be honest. There's few differences. Yep. I need to kind of remember what they have. Curiosity will be the big thing, you know? They can play it. I think we need to deadly cover up on Curiosity. We know they have a counterspell, which is very important. It's still not over. They can play very aggressively from here. And I think we cannot miss lands. Good. That's what we wanted. Kinda wasted the trigger, but still, it was a good trigger. So now they can do stuff. They cannot really go for Curiosity, at least, because obviously we can counter them. So I think it's Drowner into Counterspell. They could go for the Tidebinder, but it has no target for the ability. We need to be careful with activating the Tome, of course. Yep, that's what I expected. This one is not great for us, but hopefully you can make it work still. The problem is that they always have this 2 mana attack, so I think we need to draw more cards, get more mana, and try to, you know, work from there. The cool part is that we can ignore this Droner, but man, this will be close. The fact that we see the hand gives us so much leverage, man. If not this, the you know, Curiosity would already be hitting us. Okay, so what do? We can draw a card, or Mystical Teachings, which will get countered maybe, but that's not bad. If we activate the Tome, they play the Tidebinder, tap out, and we can sweep. Not bad. But we don't have the evidence. Do you want to use your only counterspell that we know about? By the way, if this goes through, and they go for Curiosity, that means we have evidence 8 in total, which means we can sweep the board and kill Curiosity and exile it from the grave, from the game. I think it's Exhale, man. Exhale is so quick, so useful. Let's go. It's not the biggest play, but we need quick play, not the biggest play. No, we are not activating the Tome, bro. Don't think about it. I think we've got this game, man. We're this close. Now, man, they cannot play Curiosity because that taps them out. So they cannot combine it with Counterspell. They have the problem of mana. And this is a lot, man. This is a lot. This is important. I think we exhale it. This is a lot of damage. Curiosity is like holding us hostage here. This is the only card that matters so much. We can kind of force their Tidebinder with the Tome. Like, if they want to counter it, they need to basically do it when we want, which is really neat. That taps them out as well. Well, what would you say if I wanted to draw a card? And the Tidebinders? Alright, they went for it. We know they cannot counter unless this is detect intrusion, but they have no tapped creatures, so it goes through. Which means we deadly cover up. We know it goes through. We exile. Oh, we don't need to go for teachings. That's neat. And we get. Oh, but there is no curiosity. Oh, I forgot it needs to be there. I think we go for the trigger. It's such an annoying card for us. But we still swept, so I'm pretty fine with it. I'm pretty fine with it. Not exactly. Like, I always forget that you cannot name the card. I'm so used to, like, cranial extraction type of effects. But this is fine. This is fine. Man, we can even go for Marang, which will force them into Betrayal. And then they cannot play Curiosity unless they top deck land. I think we keep the Tome. Oh boy. Well, that's a good one. I'll take it. I wanted to go around it, but you know what? I'll take this. I'll take this. And they don't have too many creatures. There's only one left. And this is kind of fun because Curiosity will nearly never be in the graveyard, right? Because when you kill it, it's just an enchantment. So you basically need to mill it and hope that you can hit it. We have one. And now we just need to answer Beastbinder and we should be completely okay. A little bit messy here because they still... You can see that the whole game is literally played around Curiosity. This card is so much better than the rest. This and Kaito are like the main cards. So now they can target the Tome. I mean, I will try to raise them with Sphinx. And when they overextend with Deadly Cover Up, they will get some cards. As you can see, we played the whole game around Curiosity, still Curiosity gets the value. It's fine, it's fine. So they can of course counterspell, but it doesn't work, which is what we want. And they cannot even target this with the Beastbinder because it will have hexproof most of the time. Yep, here we go. And let's swing. I'll try to put timer on our opponent. We don't have reefs, so the problem is that they're doing 2 cards a turn. That's the only problem. So we need to draw removal for it. We have plenty, but you know, we need to still hit it. As you can see, they're going for this one. This cannot be blocked by creatures with power 2 or greater, so of course we cannot block with the Sphinx. And it's only 1 damage, so outside of Curiosity, nothing matters. This is the only card in the whole game that makes a difference. Rest of the cards are absolutely, you know, not threatening. Alright, so we know we could counterspell this. I think we go for this and we go for a counterspell to see what more they have. It's always nice to tap them during their turn, so we have, you know, free reign over the game. We could, for example, sweep this and exile the rest of Curiosities. So they only have this for the rest of the game. Alright. So how can you kill our Sphinx? Oh, that's kind of perfect. Alright. Alright. So I think now we could go for... No, we don't have green. You can build this deck so it gives mana with like starting towns, for example, but here usually it's not worth it. Okay, so they keep on top. Alright, man, this game is way closer than it should ever be. I think we get rid of like 2 lands, just to keep our targets open. If we want to Deadly Cover Up. Let's draw this. If they counter it, of course, then the Deadly Cover Up goes through, which is actually better for us. Otherwise, we are drawing a card. And life gaining too. We drew exactly the same one. Finally. Alright, thank you. Thank you very much. This is what we wanted for like, you know, 5 turns. Alright, this will solve basically all of the problems. I mean, this card literally just won the game probably. So, now we will also be able to draw with the Tome because it regains the ability. And finally, they cannot force anything with the Curiosity. Alright, another creature. I think there is a chance they just drew it, but we'll see. The Bat. They will take Deadly Cover Up. This is the card they care about. And we'll play Seize into Tome, because that gives us the most chance to draw a land. And then we will see. Okay, if they take this, then we need to land into removal. This Phantom Interference is taxing us for the whole game, so it's not nothing. It's not nothing. But here we have, I guess... No, I will let them counter. This will be very obvious what we are doing, so our opponent will know that we want them to counter it. But it's still pretty good. As you can see, we are so high on life total that damage literally doesn't matter. It's only this Curiosity. Like, if not Curiosity here, we could literally ignore the whole board because it deals 2 damage a turn. So we are fully safe, especially with all of this life gain. So yeah, as you can see, still the whole game from start to finish was around this one card. It's a 4-drop. The amount of power that this card gives is ridiculous. So what can we do here? For 7 mana, we cannot play Marang. To be absolutely honest, having stock up is not perfect, but we kinda have to go for it. Nowhere to run, and the only card that isn't a land, I guess. And we want to tap them on their turn, probably. And before they draw, just to make sure that you know, they won't get the counter spell. Oh, the Drowner. That is a bit of a problem. Alright. We do it now so we can tax them to mana if they want to, you know, get our last 2 mana for the turn. Which will be nice. Here's the but. Man, this, after getting answered, got them what? Like 4 cards, I believe, during this game. Man, it's incredible. Like, I tell you, this card did more than the rest of the deck. Alright, so our opponent wants to get the map. Oh my god, not another one. Well, that will be a bit of a problem. But we can sweep, so that's the good part. But they can play it at the end step. That's the problem. So they can play it after a sweeper, which means we cannot sweep. Well, that's really bad. Yeah, and they pass the turn. Honestly, we don't need to get anything. And look at this, we are still at 20. Like, damage absolutely makes no difference. However, this card makes the whole difference. No way. They have... Bro, we actually will mill them. That's crazy. So, if we go for Deadly Cover-Up... Wait, we can go around it. Because there's no moment they can do it. And they have 1 Curiosity in the graveyard. Alright, this actually will work. We have to evidence 100%. Let's go. Because they can cast it now, then it dies to sweeper. But if they don't cast it now, they don't have moment right now to go for the spell, and now they don't have it in the hand. Oh my god! Finally, the nightmare is close to over. Unfortunately, they still have this one in the board. You remember the one we played since 12 turns. But the rest at least is not a factor. But now every creature is still very relevant. And guys, this is what we needed to beat a 4-drop. Alright, we're on the draw against the Orzhov Sacrifice. Which means we desperately need to either kill something. Are you also an outlaw? Man, I needed to shoot the sheriffs. Like, I just died to a pirate, so I needed to rebuild it. So now we have, I believe, only 2 shot the sheriffs. You know, it depends on the day. Sometimes it just hits everything, but sometimes, man, it doesn't hit anything. Do we care about it? If that's in the deck, that means the whole deck is built around it. So we probably want to counter. Man, imagine not having turn 2 counter spell. This would be probably game over. It seems that they want to set up the Blood Witch and start, you know, killing their own stuff. We don't have a play for the next turn. If we kill this, they get white mana, so shouldn't be a big difference. So I think we just play a tap land here. That was quick priority, so our opponent might be a little bit sus if we have, you know, some instants. We have instants, but not exactly the ones we want. However, if they play something else that isn't like a warlock, assassin, you know, mercenary, stuff like this, we just kill it. So I expected Sephiroth, to be honest, on last turn. It was Ceremony. So, you know, I'll counter whatever. And let's see what our opponent is trying to do. Gleaming Barrier. I mean, this is not dying. This one either. Like, they are not dying. Our opponent is attacking, that's fine. And now we're getting to the stage where we are really starting to be strong. Oh man, the end could be massive. Man, this is actually so cool. But I want to see what they will play. Right now we have tons of life, so we can, you know, chill and maybe play a dance step. We'll see if they tap for something better. But if we remove the Blood Witch, this might be the way they are trying to win. My first idea is that they play Blood Witch before this, then they play this and kill everything, you know? Oh man, this is even better target. Okay, let's see. And this is an interesting game, honestly. I'm still not exactly sure how they win. So for now, it seems that the Blood Witch is the trigger, but I'm sure they have more. I think we exile Tenacity from the deck because this card is so annoying for Dimir. Like, you cannot deal with enchantments. So we basically need like exile effects. And then we can Deadly Cover Up and get rid of the Blood Witch. It's fine. We will just help. Let's go for Tenacity and then we'll see what the rest of the cards are. That could help us a little bit. Yeah, they are killing their own stuff. Oh, I was thinking about this deck, man. One more Tenacity. And now, man, you will get 2 decks in this video. And this one is very interesting. We might copy it and see how it goes. You know, like, honestly. So maybe tomorrow I don't know. We will see. I'll think about it. Alright. So the Tenacity is gone. And this opens a lot of possibilities. We could sweep this and get rid of the Blood Witch, but it's too early. Honestly, this is good. Like, for now, we just need a lot of cards. We don't need one specific card. We already have dancers we care about. We just want lands, you know, and whatever else we'll draw. Removal, fine. Lands, fine. What are those? The counter spells. Oh, and the win cons. Yeah. There are also some win cons in the deck. Man, I cut win cons so hard because, in a way, they are wasted slots. If you hit Monument, it literally does nothing until it wins. And you don't really want this. So, you know, if you cut Monument, suddenly you don't have dead draws like this. And destroy up to... Okay, so they will kill the barrier. And they will draw 2 cards. Oh, that's filthy. Man, that's actually kinda filthy. Alright, so let's see what they will target. Of course, it will be the barrier. And I think this is a good moment to appreciate our opponent killing their own stuff. And I would not remove any single of those creatures. I tell you, Shoot the Sheriff is just getting me good. At least today. So they will deal 1 damage. Tome will help us. In a way, we are at 20. That's why we can kinda, you know, tank more than normally. What are you? So when they play it, I believe they get the demon, right? Because it dies. Yep, let's take the damage. I don't think we need to go for the lands yet. We need more cards, more lands, and we need to keep developing. Very good draw. This is what we wanted. And I believe that's the remaining second Shoot the Sheriff from the deck. Oh boy. We could sweep this board. It's kinda good for sweeping, but it probably will get better in time. I don't see any removal in their hand, so we will make sure that they're a little bit behind on mana. They cannot really use this treasure. As you can see, they really wanted it, and I think we'll make sure that it's not great. So first they need to kill Marang to even start attacking. And when they kill Marang, we still have Mystical Teachings to get back the value and the tome, so we should be absolutely fine. Well, that was an instant answer. Not a problem. And they will play Terminus probably. I really hope they won't have such a perfect answer instantly, because we've seen some of the cards, but you know, we'll take it. That's a lot of damage. I didn't want to take this 3. So we will scry for now and see what we can get. Land is nice, but is it good enough? You know what, I'll take the land. I'll take it. Because that allows us 5+2. Oh, but now we cannot exile. That's not perfect, but we'll roll with it. We'll draw something. Oh, right, it also gives us a card, which is massive. So we'll take some damage, but we reset the board, which we kinda have to. Our opponent is sneaking around our answers really nice, and this Terminus and Treasure will give them a very strong boost. But we'll get the Tome, so we will be back to 12 and see what we draw. And then we will, continue the fight. This is kinda inefficient on mana, so until it dies, they don't get too much value. Like, it's decent, but, not exactly what they want. They want it to be dead. I wasn't aware this is even in Standard, until I got one of the comments. And, alright. I mean, this isn't bad for us. Like, this is kinda fine. This will grow, so it will force a kill at some point, but we have time. All we need is just to draw some more cards. Okay, this is a good one. This is a very decent one. Do you think the last card is also removal? Well, we will know after this turn. Let's go. We just need to buy time, and Marang is so efficient. If you know that you can get cards elsewhere, and this Mystical Teachings, as you can see, it's kinda hard to cast. Don't kill my stuff. There's no way this is 2 mana removal. Alright, perfect. Perfect. That means we are doing a card. Like, Marang is so efficient to just slow your opponent down. It's also like a 6-7 brick, so they kinda need to go for it. And now we could start attacking them. I think we'll be faster. And we have double Reef and nearly enough mana to use it. I'm going for it. Like, if they cast this, we counter it. And draw cards. Man, maybe even make another... Man, we are making another Marang. That means Darkness Crystal won't be a thing. I guess they get the discount on this, but they still need to pay plenty. So yeah, I think this is the moment when we will start winning, and Mystical Teachings makes sure that we can make like wasteful plays, because if our opponent starts going for the value, we are not losing it. I mean, this is probably not good for us. I will counter it. I don't exactly know what they will do with it, but I know something bad will happen. Let's just get another Marang. Let's go absolutely all in on the biggest 3 steps ahead we can, and we will discard, shoot the man, this card just didn't shine in this matchup. Let's go this. Well, no, Terminal. No, they can take the mana from it. There's no point. We'll just go like this. That lowers the pressure like crazy. And Ketramos is great, but we can just deal with it somehow. So that's 12 damage. Yeah, I think we... Wait. We can actually kill them? 12? 16? No, we are 1 mana short from going for lethal. Alright, it is what it is. Let's go. Let's go. We can lower the stats on Ketramos if we have to with nowhere to run. And that's Teachings probably. We could go stock up, but I don't think we need to. No Scareland, so Demolition Field is just chilling, They definitely, in 2-colored land deck, they have basic planes. So, if we kill it, they just get it back probably. Like, if they only played Verges, then I would think about it. But they have Godless Shrine, they use Hordes of cards, so they definitely have some. That's fine, doesn't do anything. As you can see, they just don't have enough damage, and this is where we can mitigate every play that is terrifying. Yeah, we could get a counter spell, but I don't think it matters. I don't think any creature died, so I don't think we need to sacrifice anything. And they are tapped, so they cannot do it themselves. So that should be it. Ketramos cannot attack. Vessel also cannot attack, and that's it. So we go Mystical Teachings to get, Sphinx. By the way, this is how we win con. And we get even more damage at the end step. So that was 12, 17. Alright, so why I'm doing this? Because they can use this mana to cast something, but we'll force them to go at the upkeep. I think this is good because it fixes our mana. It gives us, some decent plays, and if they want to use mana, they need to cast an instant like Marang or something. Yes. Oh, there are 3. Wait, what? So this is Zultai Reanimator. Okay, that's actually fine because we are equipped for this deck. I thought we were playing against a normal, controller or something. I'm still not sure. Okay, so they want to ramp as hard as they can. But this is basically a land in a way. Alright, I think we're in a decent spot. A very good draw. Very good draw. And now we are starting to recover. They have Demolition Field, but we have double Fountainport, so they cannot... Man, they're ramping like crazy. Okay, I'm starting to understand why they had this village. Because this deck probably ramps into some big play, like Ugin, or I don't know, maybe even Luis or something. And then if you counter it, that's a disaster. Well, we'll make sure it's a disaster. Thank you very much. Let's go Marang and finally fix this weird draw. I think we'll keep one. Nah, I don't think it's Reanimator anymore. Okay, let's play like this. So basically what we are trying to do, first we need to make sure that we can counter stuff. Oh, this is a better land. If I knew I would draw it, I would discard differently. And now we are entering the stage where we can get a ton of cards if they don't play anything. But if they play something, we have a very good counter spell probably. We skip on all the ramp spells, you know, Overlords, Regent, whatever they have. And I mean, you know, if they go for Ugin, I'll take the counter spell. That's why it was so important to get rid of this village. And by the way, guys, if you think this is a coincidence, no, I switched the deck basically to be able to do it. They want 3 cards from our super cool deck. Interesting. We could counter it. Our deck is, as a matter of fact, really cool. But they might have a counter spell, which is really bad for us. It's random 3 cards. Come on, I'm drawing them like crazy and I don't get too many counter spells. So basically counter spells are the targets they want. If they drew 2 counter spells, that's a disaster for us. If they draw 2 land and shoot the sheriff, that's a pure win for us. So you know, we are in this weird spot where we aren't sure if that's good or bad play. Alright, this is good, this is good. We get... Okay, this might fix everything. We don't have 2 mana. We cannot miss lands, that's for sure. We also need some counter spells in our hand. And we know they will work because our opponent, you know, lost the uncounterable thing. Man, I'm kinda surprised that we have so many lands that make spells uncounterable. Like if Control was tier 1 deck since 3 years, you know? I mean, that's crazy, man. I'm still waiting for a land that says that you cannot be hit on face by creatures. It should be like untapped as well, just to make sure, and it can give chorus mana, alright? And if you pay 1 life, it should give 5 colors. Alright, so let's see what our opponent is doing. So this is like Zultai, Ramp, Control. One of the... Told you it can be Luis. Bro, for 2 mana, this is just pure disrespect, alright? At this point, it's just baiting for counter spells. Come on. Alright, so this is the turn when we can do stuff if we want. I think this is safer. Let's get rid of this and this. Yeah, our opponent... Yeah, I believe they cannot beat us because we have too much control and too much card advantage. Alright guys, so this was good old control with some really interesting twists with mystical teachings, and thanks to mystical teachings we can get one-offs with like Outsmart, with Sphinx, with the End, because we can always tutor for them, and of course we can get card advantage if we care. One of the cool parts about Amateur, it can be just a card advantage for 5 mana. So stock up cannot be, you know, fetched with mystical teachings, but Outsmart can. And I still kept 1 Rupture, but we are mostly going for Deadly Cover-Ups because they are cheaper and we want to sweep the board. And as you can see, we have Cease and Desist against all Reanimator decks. We have Demolition Fields against Cavern of Souls. We have Removal against, you know, Kona decks and other aggro decks. We have also Nowhere to Run to prevent the Hexproof on Kona with the Maze. So this deck is built around countering all the meta stuff and exiling their cool toys so they cannot, you know, hope that they will bail them out of bad situation like Kaito. Kaito is such a problem, and as you can see, we don't have too many answers to Planeswalkers. We kinda expect them to, you know, not enter the battlefield, or we can kill them with Sphinx, but if things go wrong, you still have the End you can fetch for it with mystical teachings. And guys, this is the type of deck I really like to play. Dimir Control, the classic. I tried to go for Zultai, but man, it went so wrong on so many levels. I had to scrap the deck and just start over with pure Dimir. Thanks to this we can use Demolition Field to get rid of those freaking caverns, and with Cease and Desist we can make sure that Zultai cannot reanimate on turn 4, winning the game instantly, and that gives us time to get rid of their caverns and activate our counter spells. And Sphinx is like one hit wonder that if it hits right, some decks literally die to this, as you have seen in the video, and there's nothing they can do. Just play patiently, because they will be baiting spells for removal. Oh, and I forgot to show you the score. We went 4-0, that was a good run. I'm not pushing my luck, I'm happy with how it went, especially against Dimir. I wasn't sure if we can pull it off. And yeah, that was it. I hope you enjoyed some good old control on the channel. Thank you to all the amazing patrons that allow us to, make those shenanigans on the ladder and exile some Kaitos for your entertainment. So really thank you guys for that. And yeah, that's it for today. Hope you had fun, and see you guys tomorrow.